Good to hear from you. The Council has sensed your arrival on Taris. An intriguing world.
This planet wasn't part of my studies at the temple.
Centuries ago, Taris was like Coruscant, a vibrant city world. Then, a powerful Sith Lord destroyed the cities of Taris in a single day. They became dark, polluted swamplands. But the Republic has been restoring them, with the help of Master Tyken. Master Tyken is an expert in this wilderness. We had received regular reports from him, but he has fallen silent.
You think Master Tyken suffers from the same illness as Master Yuan Par?
We fear so, yes. Master Tyken was working closely with his Padawan, Eris Varanel, and also a captain in the Republic Expeditionary Forces, Captain Nelix. Eris and Captain Nelix are at the Republic base. They should be able to help find Master Tyken.
We will see what can be done for Master Tyken.
If Master Tyken is ill, shield him if possible, and try to learn more about this Plague Master. We will be waiting on your word. Good luck.
Yes?
Welcome to Taris. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
We've been waiting weeks, and those things are still swarming our property while you sorry excuses for defenders of the Republic sun yourself on the base.
This is a military operation, sir. This planet hasn't been cleared for civilian occupancy.
My brother didn't mean to be insulting, but for 3 centuries our family has dreamt of reclaiming our place on Taris, and now to be stopped by those things.
It never looks good to see a Republic soldier refusing aid to one of his own.
Not true, sir. Helping them not to get killed. That's aid, right?
Taris is our home. We're not gonna wait until the army takes its pick of the planet and then throws us the scraps.
The Republic validated our records, but some outlaws set up a camp there. They've got security droids all around the perimeter.
You need something dangerous cleared out first?
It's not Ragghouls or anything. There's someone living there. Sentience.
They've got security droids all around the perimeter. It's a war zone. We almost got killed entering our own property.
The Republic will respond to all such claims of hostile, non-indigenous lifeforms based on strategic value.
I'd like to help, any way I can.
Yes, tell this coward we're the rightful owners, and he has to help us.
You want to explore? You look like you can handle it, but it's your choice.
Would you really be willing to take such a risk for us?
Your claim seems just.
Great. They're all yours then. You find anything important, you can fill out a form at HQ.
All we need is to get those blasted droids cleared out and find out who's controlling them. I can handle the rest.
This is crazy. We'd have noticed any unusual activity from Master Tyken, but the Council says we... Ah, here she is. I'm Captain Nelix, Republic Expeditionary Forces.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's mine. My men will be glad there's another Jedi around. Master Tyken's been a big help.
This has to be a mix-up. My master is a renowned Kalish scout, a truly gifted pathfinder. Padawan Eris Varanel, at your service.
I have to see your master, Eris. If he's ill, only the Force can heal him.
But that's what we don't understand. Master Tyken isn't ill at all.
She's right. When the Council called, Master Tyken had just left with a research expedition. If he's gone rogue, it's news to us.
I'd like to diagnose Master Tyken in person.
Sure. The Council wouldn't send you if they didn't think their intel was good, right?
Regardless, I'm sure Master Tyken will want to meet you. I'll try and reach him.
Captain Nelix, we need backup. They're gone, sir. They're all gone. Captain, can you read me?
What the? That's the Expedition Guardsman, Sergeant Valoy. Where's Tyken?
There must have been an accident. Those ruins are always shifting.
Their transmission got out. The team might still be okay.
I'll get a rescue team scrambled. No, damn. I'll never get them out there in time.
Take a deep breath, Captain. I'll get those men back safely.
Yes, right. Thank you. Meantime, I'll put a team together. Here, take a copy of the expedition's map to guide you. Watch yourself. There's more than pollution in those swamps.
Master Tyken's out in them too. I hope the Force is watching you both, for Taris' sake.
Doc, how's Jessup? He okay? You don't look like a pirate. You're not a pirate, are you? Please tell me you're not a pirate.
Don't mind him, Jedi. Pirates attacked our settlement and fed his family to the Raghouls. None of us have been the same, really. Perhaps you can help us?
That depends on what you want me to do.
First pirate that crosses my path, bang! Feed him to the Raghouls. See how he likes it.
Look, maybe he's not all there, but all of us know how he feels. We built a settlement out here. We defended it from Raghouls. We started families. And those pirates attacked and took everything. It's hard not to want revenge. But mostly we just need to move on. Start a new settlement on a different part of the planet, maybe.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We had equipment at our camp that made Taris livable. Protected us from the Raghouls. If we can get that equipment back, we can start over. Maybe start to forget and heal. Can you help?
Of course I'll do it.
The scientists.
some exercise. Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. Programmed.
Never suspect the scientists.
That's quite enough of that.
Oh, thank goodness you've got our equipment. I've got word of another group of settlers not far from here. We'll probably set up camp together.
You might want to set up in a safer place this time.
We'll take your advice to heart.
I smell blood. Pirate blood. Stinky, gooey pirate blood.
The pirates are all dead, Ivan. Now we can leave. We can build a new settlement. Let's go.
some exercise.
Hold. We have no more with which to defend ourselves. You have left us helpless before the Raghouls and everything that haunts this planet. My people are refugees, survivors of the battle on Coruscant. Would you turn us out of yet another home?
The owners have been waiting for centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past. Ancient Taris was a blight on the Republic, the black mark on its reputation for freedom.
As far as I know, it was some Outer Rim nothing until the Empire blew it up.
Humans on Taris did as they do on all planets. They seized the surface, claimed Taris's wealth, and forced every other species underground. Every meter of land owned by a human was probably seized from another species, just as this was seized from my ancestors. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
Your kind has contributed many masters who are strong in the Force.
We connect to the Force through our ties to our homes. If you have any sympathy for our cause, perhaps there is something you can do? We are alone and at the Republic's mercy.
I would not wish to see you turned away from your home.
I thank you for softening your heart to my story. I will tell my people to begin repairs on our droids.
You haven't heard of us. Clearly you haven't heard of us.
What precisely are you? Where's the best place to begin? Is there anything more I can help you with?
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
I took out the droids, but it won't be safe to live there.
What are you talking about?
Is it the Raghouls? Monsters? I told you we should have waited until the planet was open to settlers.
The land is held by the alien who owns this deed. Her claim is better than yours.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land!
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
It'll take more than 2 people to turn this place civilized.
I agree, Relis. This isn't our ancestors' estate. This is a frontier. We'll need to grow food, sew clothes, defend ourselves. Wouldn't it be better to ally with these aliens?
Sew clothes? Maybe we should just hear them out. See what they're looking for.
We won't turn them away. I know what it's like to want a home.
Hey, good job. Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Taris politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway? Brass called me when you left. Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Tarisian Raghoul plague. Even one individual Raghoul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
If you're working on a vaccine, I'd like to help.
Working on is a generous term. The last breakthrough in Raghoul plague research was 3 centuries ago. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Forn developed a Raghoul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire the serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
What's your reasoning on that?
There's a pirate camp not far from here. They went after the ruins of Sepanik Memorial Hospital. Sepanik was well preserved. If there's Raghoul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Viki to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
I'll see what they want in trade for this serum.
That's extremely brave of you. The Death's Claw pirate gang robs anything that talks and shoots anything that doesn't. I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Taris is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
I don't know much about Taris's history.
Way back when, the Sith were searching for a Jedi here. When they couldn't find her, they tried destroying the entire planet. The Jedi escaped, but millions of people died an ugly flaming death. The Empire tried the same thing on Coruscant in the last war. 300 years after Taris, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
Look to the past, to reclaim the future.
If you mean studying dusty records might save my men's lives, you got that right. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my teams lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Taris.
If they've still got comms, tell them help is on the way.
The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your number 2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Viki at the outpost.
Thank you for coming so fast. I told you the commander would send someone, Gartha.
The commander didn't send her. Don't you recognize a Jedi when you see one?
Then we really are saved. Master Jedi, may I please beg your aid? Have you ever faced a Raghoul before?
You look pretty secure here.
Raghoul's dragged off most of our team. We don't know if anyone's still alive, but if they are, every second counts. We're a Republic archaeological salvage team. They call us the corpse counters because we're cataloging the bodies from the bombardment.
We were in an old Zucker works pipe this morning when those monsters came out of nowhere. They killed our guards and half a dozen of our team.
They might not be dead. We ran, we didn't see. Could you please just check if anyone survived?
A life snuffed out to feed a monster. I will leave no one to that fate.
To think a virus can turn a sentient being into one of those creatures. We were in the Zerka Works pipeline. If you go soon, there may still be someone there.
No, there's no hope for our friends now. But maybe you can make those monsters pay for what they did.
It's amazing, isn't it? To stand at the site of such history. The fall of Taris has always cast a shadow over the Republic. So many millions of our people are descended from the refugees who fled its destruction, and we've carried its effects for far too long.
Are you talking about something specific?
I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Synoda. I have made it my life's work to cure Kolu syndrome, a rare cancer that affects only the descendants of Tarisian refugees. But I have reached the limits of what I can do without the original settlers' medical records. I came here to access the systems in Taris's old general hospital, but I, underestimated the dangers.
It sounds like a worthy cause. Is there a way I can assist?
Master Jedi, I am honored by your interest. Please go to the old hospital. I have the plans here. There are emergency generators that may still work. If you bring them up, we can download the old records. Bring them back, and you could save millions of people from a life of pain and early death.
This is for you, Gartha. I saw you ahead of me there, before the pack cut us off. Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after they die. I'm one of them now. I hear those monsters sniffing for me in the dark, and I know I'll be with the dead before anyone comes for us. And I do care. But I'd rather lie here 1,000 years undiscovered than have some greedy son of a Hutt like you dig me up just to see what I've got that's worth stealing. I hope someone else finds this and makes you pay for your crimes, like I'm about to pay for mine.
Let's settle this. Must be a weakness. That's quite enough of that. Some exercise. Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
haven't heard of us.
Stars, give me a hand. I can't lift it off them.
The others are all... We're the only ones left.
Help! The heat! I'm burning! Help! Help me!
Relax, you're safe now. I'll get you out of there.
You're a Jedi? Please, get Laria out!
And the Jedi holocrons, Tal. Their medical data could save millions. We have to preserve them.
No artifacts are worth endangering someone's life.
Holocrons are gone? You fool! What have you done?
You saved my life, Doctor. You'd have let me die. And on top of Tyken trying to kill us.
Can you explain what happened?
We were taking pollution readings in the ruins, but when we found those medical holocrons, we decided to get them back right away.
On the way home, Tyken lures us into a trap fall, ignites the pollution in the swamp, and stands there watching us burn.
Master Tyken is unwell. He's not himself.
Brilliant deduction, Jedi. Tyken had some wisdom for us, too.
Tyken said he was punishing us for letting Taris be destroyed centuries ago, and that soon we would be joined by everyone at the Junction.
The Junction's an old purification facility the Republic retrofitted to process dangerous gases.
Hundreds of people work at the Junction. If Master Tyken is planning something...
I won't allow Tyken to hurt anyone else. I promise.
We'll start back for the base. We'll be okay. Thank you for saving my life.
Just don't underestimate Tyken. That man is dangerous.
Jedi, we just got a call from the expedition. They said you helped them out, but the rest sounds crazy. Tyken attacking them? A couple of survivors? From a 12-man team? Tell me that's wrong.
Master Tyken lured the expedition into a trap.
No! What if he was trying to lead them to safety? They ignored him and wandered off.
You have my sympathies, Eris. I watched my own master suffer like this.
I want him found. Found and brought to justice, even if I have to drag him back myself.
No, please! None of this is his fault!
Master Tyken needs help. The survivors said he was headed to the Junction.
Damn him! The Junction's a gas trap full of civilian workers. Keep your eyes open. Tyken used the Junction in his restoration effort. There might be a clue to stopping him there.
Please, don't hurt Master Tyken. He's the only one who could save Taris, and I need him to explain all this to me.
Lieutenant Carlslew, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Detail. Please, tell me you're our reinforcement.
Childress sent me. What cut you off?
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
Get the researchers inside, then stay behind me. I want a clear line of sight.
With the Force on our side, we have to win. Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship, go!
Must be a weakness. Some exercise. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that.
If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this Rex data is in the hands of Commander Viqui.
Give me what you have. I'll get it to the commander.
We've recovered all the high-priority info. If you run that to the outpost, I'll hold off what's left of the scavengers until our reinforcements arrive.
Let's settle this. some exercise. Enough of that. Let's settle this. There must be a weakness. That's quite enough of that.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob, Vac-Brain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
I was hoping this wouldn't come to violence.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the Raghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like huts on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And don't think they're incapacitated. Oh no, they just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
I'd heard you dug something up. I'm going to need it.
Yeah, we've been using it to, Whoa, wait. No, you don't. No, you can't take it. These people are infected. If you cut off my supply of serum, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamet General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
If this is a waste of my time, I'll make you suffer for it.
No, the stuff is down there, I swear, on my medical license. The real one.
isn't your day. Let's settle this. Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Some exercise.
You're back, and I don't see anyone with you. Did you... Are they?
Dead? What did you think? The Ragghouls would buy them flowers and send them home?
Death is a part of the Force.
If you kill those freaks, I'll call it even. At least we can clear out the corpses without becoming one.
Excuse me, I should call the base, tell their families what happened.
I'm putting in for a transfer. No job is worth this.
I hear you've found a way to make it worth your while.
What did you find? Was Elizu alive? What did that lying coward say about me?
Elizu says he knows how the dead feel now when you desecrate them.
I've given 5 years of my life to this rock. Now that's worth nothing because I laid claim to a few forgotten necklaces? You're talking about people who died generations ago.
We'll see if you think prisoners have as few rights as the dead.
Very funny.
The commander's sending a team to retrieve the bodies. Thank you for doing what you could.
Ask your partner what's been happening to the valuables you find.
Oh, please. This is so humiliating. Yes, Elizu and I were stealing some trinkets for the black market. The blasted dead don't cry over it. Why should you?
How could you? You told me those boxes were going to the Republic Archive.
Yeah, so I lied. What, you going to turn me in for that too?
We'll work this out later. We've asked enough of your time. Although, if you have a moment...
You sound like there's something more on your mind.
Okay, this'll sound crazy, but there's more Raghouls at our gravesites than any of the Republic target zones.
Ah, they're just drawn to the noise and the smell of flesh.
We're not any noisier or fleshier than a platoon of soldiers. I think they're protecting their ancestors.
Ancestors?
See, Raghouls descend from sentience. It's a disease, one we know little about. But if my theory is correct, it'll be our first insight into how they think. This could be a first step toward taking the planet back from them.
Only if we look through their eyes can we understand what they see.
I kind of hope they're really the beast they seem. Imagine if there's still a sentient person trapped inside.
What? You're not sending them to the bombardment site, are you? That place is so thick with Ragghouls you can see them from orbit.
Don't you interfere. We know what you think of the people of Taris. I am right about this. Why else would they be so determined to guard the bombardment sites? If you could get samples from both the Ragghouls and the skeletons at one of the main sites, we could see if they're related.
This matter bears investigation.
No, Sierra. You cannot take up any more of her time with these ridiculous theories.
You don't tell me what to do anymore. We know how you feel about the people of Taris. Please don't let Gartha discourage you. This is important. And I don't think there's anyone else on this planet willing to brave those Ragghouls to find out. I'll be waiting to hear what you find.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got. Well, thank the Force for good Taresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries. While we wait, is there a cost to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
There were some problems, but everything's fine now.
You make it sound so easy. Here we are. Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago, but the Raghoul plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
No one's going to take an unreliable vaccine.
Yes, but it gives us options. Right now, I need what we call a lucky survivor, whose system has antibodies to the modern plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
What happened to most virulent disease in known space?
I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. Or barring that, someone with conscious control over their bodily processes, such as a Jedi.
Doctor, I don't get a chance to save 1 billion lives every day. I'm in.
Well, and I had this whole speech ready. All right. We have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe rakghouls in the field. He'll be able to collect the antibodies and slow any potential complications. After I give you the serum, go out there and test it. Let the rakghouls attack you and see what happens.
You don't have this plague in a needle or something?
If it needs to work in the field, it needs to work in the field. Now, here's your serum injection. I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
If you have any questions about military operations on... My pardon, Jedi. I'm actually expecting one of your order. Are you the one who saved my team at the Endar Spire?
Everything from the primary computer is on here.
The data from the Endar Spire will be invaluable to the Republic's war efforts. Lieutenant Carlsu tells me there's close surveillance footage of the Imperial warships.
The Force reaches out to correct its own imbalance.
Well, whether it does or not, I'm going to keep helping it along. Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
These are all the medical records I could find.
Thank you. I am sure you have braved many higher profile dangers, but you will never do anything more important. You have saved countless lives. One of them may well be mine. My ancestors fled Taris 300 years ago, and my family still carries their curse. I thank you.
just as I programmed. Your day. Allow us. That's quite enough of that. Never suspect the scientists. Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that.
So much destruction.
The Republic sent a unit to retrieve our team's bodies. They said to thank you for your help.
Aren't you going to ask if she went after your pet project?
Why do you always try to ruin everything? Do Sullustan moms not hug their children or something? Did you get to the bombardment site? I don't see a scratch on you.
The Ragghouls didn't want to give up their blood, but I convinced them.
I'm sure you can be quite persuasive. Just let me see the samples. I've got a portable scanner that can give us preliminary results right now. That's amazing. There's over a 50% correlation. Genetic drift usually means a much less marked connection, even in a normal population after so many years.
They really are defending their ancestors, then.
It means we just made one of the most important discoveries in Taresian history.
What? Where's the cynical disbelief?
You can't dispute the numbers, Sierra. You're right. This is amazing. If Ragghouls have enough rationality to remember people and places that matter to them, we can't keep treating them like mindless animals.
If they can think, maybe someday we can make peace with them.
Exactly. We need to cancel our operations in these grave sites. We can't keep antagonizing them.
But if we know they come to the defense of certain territories, we can bait them, draw them out, so the Republic can send in troops to exterminate them.
No, if they're sentient, we can't just keep murdering them.
I'll contact the Reconstruction Authority. Do you have an opinion on this?
If there's any way to make peace with the Ragghouls, we should take it.
I guess it's a virtue to forgive, right? At least this way, maybe we can avoid those kind of attacks in the future. I'll give the Republic your recommendation. Thank you again for all your help.
Watachi Wanchi, Ayetiopi. Wafuma Gabota Donwi Wanki Wakoba Yakaluka. Nagoliji Watahumpa, Mulira Watawampa.
Can you elaborate?
Adwana Ubikili Watapunka, Tokapatonga Lurda. Mukutani Yompi, Bedwana ni Bobo, Chopaduma.
Revenge won't justify your squadron's death.
Jaktani Chichajima Scotcha. Mugusanopi Chonki. Fakota Ji Otto Endia.
This won't take long.
Iguatuchu. The Hawa the Punyo is the water. Se grotto ubi. Fui baniaga twipi ta boca tonka. Wana waka.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. For some exercise.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. Your day.
Continue.
Day. Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. Quite enough of that.
Calm down. One at a time.
It was terrible, sir. A Raghoul threw me 20 meters without ever touching me.
The beasts can use the
What do you think, Khan?
The foundation of the Taris Chemworks factory cannot be repaired. I expect total collapse within 2 weeks. Once the building falls, the stored chemicals will flood this area. They are highly toxic to humans. I am sorry.
I'll make sure there are speeders on hand. But we can't just pack up and go. Do what you can.
As always, I will pursue an alternative. Master Jedi, forgive my inattentiveness. I am honored by your presence, though I advise you not to stay long.
You were talking about evacuation. What's going on?
Many of these ruins are unstable. A nearby structure used for chemical storage is on the verge of crumbling. As I was explaining to my colleague, there is only one way to remove the chemicals before they spill. A burn-off. A well-armed demolitions team could reach the structure and incinerate the chemical stockpiles. I can provide the incendiaries. Unfortunately, no team is available.
I'd like to help, any way I can.
Your generosity is considerable. You should know, however, between the structural instability, the toxicity levels, and the incendiary chemicals, the mission does carry substantial risk. It is nonetheless urgent. You are not a demolitions team, I fully recognize this. But if you could arrange the burn-off, I would humbly welcome your aid.
Ah, I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
I could go for a Nerf burger. That doesn't count, right?
I will note it on your chart. Ah, here's Dr. Cell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
I'm afraid I'm not following.
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Raghoul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
If you get a sample to the Jedi, I bet they'd find someone to make it fast.
I'll keep that in mind. We'll get this cure out one way or another. Thanks for putting yourself on the line for this. Would have taken years to do it the safe way. I don't know if Taris will ever be what it was, but now, at least, there's hope.
Master Jedi, please, excuse my abruptness. The Republic told me you might be able to help with a difficult situation. They say you are a most reliable operative on Taris. Have you heard anything about titroxinate being sold on the black market?
What's titroxinate?
Titroxinate was the pre-patent name for the weaponized agent we think was responsible for the Raghoul plague. The Empire could fashion it into a terrible weapon, turning us soldiers into monsters and setting them against us.
Where's the arms dealer who's selling this stuff?
I'm more worried about his source. Trace the original titroxinate samples to an old ChemWorks factory. It's overrun with Nexu. We can't get near it. If you can retrieve any canisters that remain, the Republic will see you're well rewarded for your effort.
Master Jedi, what brings you to our small corner of Republic space? This is such a great, great honor.
Even a forgotten planet can harbor dark secrets.
Oh, whatever brings you here, I suggest you don't stay long. We barely got stores enough for our station soldiers, much less visitors. At this rate, I've got men scalping ration cubes for a half-week's salary.
If the outpost's in trouble, I'd be happy to help.
I just might take you up on that. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this month just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Where's the ship? I don't care if it's at the bottom of a swamp.
The Republic thanks you for your service. Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rakghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Want to calm down and point me to where your supply ship crashed?
Of course. You think I want to see everyone here starve? But I don't want Commander Fatpants to think it means he gets away with this. Steal from your troops, waste Republic money bringing in silks and wine from Alderaan, and it's fine, because some wandering Jedi will happen in to save you.
Perhaps it would be best if you start from the beginning.
The ship didn't have to crash. I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
You best be certain about this.
I'm telling the truth. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
It's better than dealing with this guilt trip.
Thank you. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Welcome to the Junction, Jedi. Sorry we didn't have time to clean up. I'm hearing some funny rumors from my guys about Master Tyken. Is that why you're here?
Is there a way to get your crew out of this building quickly?
Could run a fire drill, I guess. Look, what's going on here?
Here you are, hiding in tunnels. Ah, I see your eyes shining. Stop whispering. I am a Jedi. I am. This changes nothing. Such a dark planet. Rock, spires like fingers. Black rock that... Wait. The darkness flows from them. It must.
Master Tyken, can you hear me? I've come to heal you of this sickness.
Heal? Or hurt? I see the lies in you. I watched once in the dark place. Malachor was dark, then bright. I watch his eyes as we run, as Parkanis falls alone.
Tell me about Parkanis, Master Tyken. What do you remember?
Stop it! Stop it! My friend, no! I won't go back there! I'll stop all of you! And your Junction hoarding poisons like a leech, yes! I'll free the gases you've stolen, and the shadows from underground. Your Junction will be dust around you.
What would Eris say if she saw you like this, Master Tyken?
One was very bright. Yuan? Sidoni? No, that's wrong. What will the Jedi do while the gas builds, Will it save the workers before they choke and die? But the gas will corrode the Junction, too. How many will die without it to cleanse the planet? Thousands? How many do you want to kill?
Can you smell that? The maniac's busted the main gas line.
Sir, rakghouls! Someone's breaking open the vents. Rakghouls are pouring in.
No. We need to focus on evacuating or save the Junction. I don't know.
Don't panic. The Junction's workers are relying on us to save them.
I'll evacuate our... Wait, I got a crew doing maintenance behind a blast door. They'll be choking on the gas by now. Please, I can't send anyone else back there. You're their only chance. Get them on their feet and out before the Ragghouls reach that section. Good luck.
Really, you haven't heard of us? That's quite enough of that.
The Force is my ally. I will not fail.
Really, you haven't heard of us? That's quite enough of that. Isn't your day?
you're back, and in one piece. I hope you didn't breed too much of that stuff. We got the whole crew out thanks to you. Might take months for us to start clearing the pollution again, though. A lot of people are gonna get sick.
I wish there had been another way, but Tyken didn't give me a choice.
Hey, I'm not blaming you. Tyken's the one responsible for this. Maybe we can help you stop him, here. Before he lost it, Tyken was studying the old Taris infrastructure. These are the records it copied. But the encryption is pretty old. We can't decipher them.
We tend to focus more on languages at the Jedi Temple.
Then it's a good thing we've got an alternative. The Republic base's computers should have the original codes. They'll get those records open nice and quick. Give those records to Captain Nelix. He'll set you right.
What do you think Master Tyken was studying?
No idea, but I'd find out fast. We'll take care. You do the same, Jedi.
Come in, Jedi. Do you read me?
Good to hear from you, Captain. I might have a lead on Master Tyken.
Belay that. We've got bigger problems. The base is under attack. Tyken got the jump on us. We need you back here ASAP. We've got...
This Tyken fellow's persistent. Just how many bolt holes does he have?
He knows Taris inside out. Nobody will be safe until we catch him.
Then may I suggest we pursue our quarry with all due haste?
Heard of us. Some exercise.
settle this.
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
Quite enough of that.
Haven't heard of us.
I can smell chemicals on you, but I also smell fire and smoke. Did you complete the burn-off? All the toxins and pollutants have been incinerated?
There's no doubt about it.
Nothing could please me more. Thank you. The structure will still collapse, but it shall leave no poison in its wake. Perhaps we can rebuild the area after all.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
These are all the canisters I was able to recover.
Thank you. The Republic thanks you. Imagine how horrific it would be if the Raghoul nightmare had spread to the rest of the galaxy. Please, take this for your service.
We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Master Jedi, dare I hope you've made it to our ship?
I have what you asked for.
Just in the nick of time, too. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
The men on Taris deserve a better leader.
This is ridiculous. I did nothing wrong. Republic Command will never listen to you. I need to call them.
Thank you for all your help. But there may be something else, too. Normally, our 4th outpost comes here to pick up its supplies. But their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
Just tell me where to look.
You've got to be the best friend these soldiers ever had. The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brel. Not the best planning. There's rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground, and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, you need to find them.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
quite enough of that. Isn't your day?
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Raghoul infection, so we're waiting. And Ferdoan might be coming down with the Geonosian swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear, and you're looking at me very strangely.
Are you part of the Outpost 4 supply convoy?
Yes. Private Gilrow. I assumed you were looking for us. We just stopped to rest. Sorry to trouble everyone.
You're 48 hours late. Have you been here that whole time?
Yeah. Like I said, Ferdoan was hurt. I mean, Geozel, and... Oh, forget it. I was never a good liar. We aren't going back. Is that what you wanted to hear? We've deserted.
I feel your fear and anger tearing you apart. What did this?
Do you know what it's like here? You and the same 24 guys in total isolation at the end of the galaxy. Fighting something that can't think, can't be frightened, and if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
You have given the Republic as much as it can reasonably demand.
You're not gonna turn us in?
Take this. It should be enough to buy a berth on a smuggler's ship.
I can't... I mean, we thought we might get a spot with one of the scavengers, but then we heard they kill strangers on sight. This would save my life. And maybe I can even get back in time to fix things with my girl. Please, tell Commander Yajek you found our bodies. That way no one will ever come looking.
State your business. This is a Republic military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
When fear blinds you to your friends, everyone becomes an enemy.
Who are... Master Jedi. My apologies. I wasn't expecting to see one of your order. There's no unauthorized travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Guarded with news about our supplies.
Your supplies are on the way, but no thanks to him.
Sounds like there's a story there, but I won't waste your time asking for it. let me just say thanks. Don't suppose you saw any sign of our boys. If they're still alive, they better have a good excuse for leaving us hanging.
I found their bodies along the route.
No surprise. Ah, well, they'll be missed. I'll send their uniforms home to their kin. Anyway, thanks for the help and the news. This sure won't help morale. Everyone else will just have to work a bit harder now.
Would you like a chance to be part of one of the great mysteries of the Republic's past? We have irrefutable proof that Revan once sheltered here, soon after returning to the Republic from the Sith. There are many tales of how Revan rescued Bastila Shan and changed galactic history, but there were smaller lives touched as well.
You're talking like these are people I should know about.
Revan, the great Jedi General of the Mandalorian Wars, who turned to the dark side but was brought back to the light by Master Bastila Shan? Shameful. This is why the galaxy needs research like mine, to bring history to life for its people. 300 years ago, the outcasts of Taris lived deep below the city, where the Raghoul plague originated. Revan's journals record bringing them a cure for the plague and leading them to the secure colony called the Promised Land. Yet we don't know if they survived.
Are you asking me to look for a lost colony from 300 years ago?
Or any sign of what became of them. My assistant is coordinating excavations. Anything you find, bring to him. Perhaps these promised ones left some record, something to talk to us across the ages.
Oh, excuse me. Something in the air. Spores, I think. Name's Wintag. I'm working on the Republic Taresian archival database. We call it RepTad. I'm assigned to explore the old city myself, but I'm not handling the change of atmospheres very well. I don't suppose you'd be up for a little job exploring the ruins? We're well funded, so I can pay you for your trouble.
Just let me know how I can be of service.
Thank you, Master Jedi. I'm talking about finding the archive set up by Taris's own government to preserve their knowledge and culture in the event of disaster. I've been working on this for years, and I believe I've finally pinpointed the location of their archive.
Just tell me where and I'll bring it back for you.
From the records, it sounds like it may be more than a simple data file. I've tried to approach the location before, but it is positively overrun with rakghouls. I couldn't get close. If you could get past them, let my assistant know how to arrange retrieval. Her constitution is stronger than mine.
Kapatonga, chisa bicha wonka ki atocha. Esupuda no pajunki, faguta ji uta vukise. Vafupa gi wanta humpa, muli rabamba hula.
You can't fight an opponent you don't understand.
Kiko ubakili, wata bunga dunko, putoga wata. Oipa moja chapukala, chanusa usabe mota. Sayatupe, nu avachikuna, chino nik titoki.
This will prove no challenge for a Jedi.
Okili, baklunki na atapumpa, pushuda. Chitonka, lishlika changa, pumpa kombokni.
Captain Nelix, what happened here?
Should have known you'd make it past those things. Tunnels. Tyken must have found Raghoul tunnels under the base. He set those things on my men and the little Padawan, Eris. Tyken took her.
Don't worry. Eris is a Padawan. She can defend herself.
Against a Jedi Master? He's so far gone. What if he hurts her? All these people dead. Forget a trial. I want Tyken's head for this.
This isn't Tyken's doing. Not really. He's very sick.
Now you're making excuses? Eris was... Wait. The tunnels are still open. You have to seal the tunnel entrances before those things come back. Please, check the base and seal those tunnels, or the wounded are just... food for the rakghouls.
Consider it done.
Thanks. And hurry.
Were you watching? Haven't heard of us.
Now we can treat the wounded without rakghouls pouring in. But Tyken's long gone. Eris, that poor kid. He dragged her out there with him.
The Force is with us. The Junction's security chief gave me this.
What's this? Infrastructure data? Maybe we can corner Tyken after all. Damn! These records have those Raghoul tunnels all plotted out. Tyken knew exactly how to hit us. And looks like one of Taris' super-reactors is still operational. It's damaged, leaking toxic waste into the ecosystem. From these readouts, it would only take a little push to send the reactor into total meltdown. And Tyken copied every file on its processes.
If the super-reactor went into meltdown, what kind of damage could it cause?
If the reactor blows, we're looking at a chemical detonation that could take out the Republic's entire occupied area on Taris.
If we're lucky. The chain reaction could turn this whole planet into a hydrocarbon-fueled inferno.
Darren, don't talk like that. You're scaring me.
Tyken's access code is all over these records. This isn't some vendetta, Jedi. This is genocide.
Master Tyken's actions are an affront to the Force. He has to be stopped.
Stopped? If you get the chance, take him down. Here's the super-reactor's coordinates. Please let me know once you've handled Tyken. My men deserve to be told. And remember, Tyken's still holding his Padawan hostage. Watch your back.
Some exercise. That's quite enough of that.
Your day.
Manuk Marakanaja, Ki Namabam, Yak Manala.
And who might you be?
Jukaki Mem Panino, Am Kabina Pek Memno Kimgam, Umnuk Inu Memno, Am Kakam Mem Perolak Palak.
Haven't heard of us.
Were you watching?
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
That's quite enough of that. just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Must be a weakness. Never suspect the scientists.
Saved. An upworlder has restored to us the work of my grandfathers. At last, we have a place to escape this oppressive city and the laws that keep us beneath it. A place where we can breathe.
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
This is a restricted area. There have been no security breaches for the past 111,325 days. Please show your credentials to enter.
Is this the Taris archive?
Yes. My programming appears to contain a contradiction. I'm instructed only to open this door to a member of the Tarisian government. But when the archive was brought online, all members of the ruling government were contained within. I have received no information on their successors.
This place has been a wasteland for 300 years. There is no government.
Let me update my programs. My fall-through under that condition is to open only to representatives of the Galactic Republic. Is that you?
I am a member of the Jedi Order and Galactic Republic.
Excellent. Welcome to the Taris Archive. This is the ruling government of Taris, as last appointed, plus representatives of every major science and industry. Their final wish was to be thawed when Taris was once more in the hands of the Republic. Here is data on all those contained within.
I won't let you down.
My programming instructions end here.
I was told you might be coming. Was there anything in the archive?
Apparently, the ancient Tarisian government thought the most important thing to preserve was themselves.
Themselves? What do you mean literally? It's amazing. All this time we've been working from old recordings and the occasional droid, when the key to the whole planet's history is right here.
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
That's quite enough of that.
Holiday, were you watching?
We're ready when you are, Jedi.
Too late, Jedi. You wanted too long, too long! But now the reactor will bathe Taris in fire. No black rock, no shadow. The Republic will not spread it! I can cleanse it here, cauterize the flow!
Think, Master Tyken. You're killing the planet you've been trying to save.
No, fool! No! Weren't you listening? Lord Vivicar promised to guide me!
Who is this Lord Vivicar? Why are you taking orders from him?
He commands me. I can't.
It's all right, Master. I'm here to help you, remember?
Master Tyken explained everything. I see the beauty in Taris that the Republic destroyed. His work must continue to save Taris, and we will be together.
Believe me, Eris, I understand how this hurts. But your loyalty is blinding you.
You couldn't understand. Master Tyken has shown me the truth.
You would devastate an entire planet just on Tyken's say-so.
I only want the Republic to... No, Master, we should find another way.
What's this? Such brightness in her, and she dares strike against me?
Never. I will not fight you, Master Tyken, but you're ill. Let us help you.
This doesn't have to come to violence. Don't force me.
They all turn against me. You brought this darkness here. The purification of Taris will begin with you.
It must be a weakness. It's quite...
Strength. We were strong once. The weak perish on Taris. No, please! The darkness comes to swallow me home.
Close your eyes. When you open them, this nightmare will be over.
The darkness is gone. I am myself again. You've saved me. At great cost to yourself. I can feel it. I am truly sorry.
The shielding technique is a strain, but it was the only way to save you.
I owe you a debt I can never repay. I will go before the Republic and admit my guilt. Purge myself of this shame. I harmed so many and almost destroyed my Padawan. I'm not fit to be a Jedi Master.
We gain strength through adversity. Enduring the plague will make you stronger.
And you can pass on that strength to others, Master.
I must report to Master Seo Bakarn and the Council. There's much to be done. I'm sure Captain Nelix will want to know you're safe. Thank you again. I still can't believe the sacrifice you made for me. I only hope your burden does not become too great.
Thank you for sparing Master Tyken. I doubt Captain Nelix would have been so forgiving. The Republic won't understand. When Master Tyken turns himself in, they'll never forgive him for this.
The Republic knows the value of mercy.
I hope so. He needs compassion right now.
Some exercise. That's quite enough of that. Let's say this. Quite enough of that.
Holiday, were you watching? Just as I programmed.
Your day.
This will be no secret to anyone listening, but Taris has been attacked. The upper and lower city were destroyed. We have found the Promised Land, but have nowhere to return to. If only we had arrived sooner. The Promised Land is the original Taris colony site. It was sheltered from the direct bombardment. but the quakes have destroyed every building and generator left. We must start again from scratch, but at least we have survived. The rakghouls are still feeding on the dead, but when the meat is gone, they will begin to hunt.
We mourn today for Raghoul, who brought us out of the Undercity and into the Promised Land. We have sent scouts throughout Taris and can find no other survivors. They cast us out and bar their doors to us. But now we bury our dead in the ashes of their skyscrapers. As Raghoul told us, it is not an easy life. Our children will grow up in a world of spears and bows, not blasters and starships. It is my burden to preserve our memories. Once we were outcasts. Once we were the promised ones. Now we are Taris. Breeding. Back in the Undercity, they reproduced only by infecting us. But now, there are more every day. We lose people to them, a few every year, but only as meat. The serum the Upworlder brought us has held true. We do not sicken, but now the serum is gone. We have had 4 infants born who could not be immunized. All boys. We will not be able to protect them forever. We need our full strength to defend the tribe. Maybe the immunity was inherited. Maybe we do not need to worry that a bite, a scratch, will turn our children against us. Maybe I do not need to fear for my son.
haven't heard of us.
Just one moment, Jedi.
Never suspect the scientists. That's quite enough of that. Just as I programmed. They never suspect the scientists.
I am Kuki, 14th Keeper of Memories after Rukil. We now number 53 adults and 21 children. We lost 4 abled bodies and 2 child bearers to the Raghoul virus this year. Our records say there used to be a cure. We have lost so much. Tomorrow, we leave to search for higher ground. Plants are growing. Nature has reclaimed what once belonged to men. Nature is cruel. 2 of every 3 of our babies die to sickness and hunger. If we are to live, we must rebuild our walls.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that.
We forgot. I am the memory. I have Rukil's descriptions. I know there was a city once. I know a city is many houses, many people. I am the only one. Now, there is just us. We have stopped having children. The old records say it is from toxic radiation. We once called this the Promised Land. It was a lie. It is our grave.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes. Be safe out there.
Your supervisor sent me. I found out what happened to your promised ones. There's no happy ending.
I knew they couldn't have disappeared without a trace. Give me what you found. Let us learn the history of this doomed planet so we don't repeat it.
I was watching the reactor readouts. We lived to fight another day, thanks to you. So, is Tyken dead?
Master Tyken has been freed from his illness. He's on his way back to Tython.
What? Are you sick in the head, too? How could you let him go after what he did?
Don't Republic soldiers swear to defend the innocent? Tyken is a victim, as much as your men were.
The difference being, Tyken's still breathing. I got Eris's checkpoint signal. You're careful about keeping your own people alive, I see. Oh, while you were gone, Master C.O. Bakarn contacted me. He's waiting to hear from you.
The Council will want a full report on this.
Don't take your eye off Tyken. You let him live, you're responsible for whatever he does next. Good hunting, Jedi.
Big fella, aren't you? Yes.
Welcome to Taris. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
Congratulations for your hard work on Taris. This must have been difficult for you. Master Tyken has already contacted me. A team is on its way to bring him before the Republic courts.
Master Tyken deserves an advocate. None of this was his fault.
True, but unfortunately we cannot let word of the plague become public. Master Tyken asked me to pass on his gratitude. We all appreciate the sacrifice your shielding technique requires. You have endured much on Taris, but I have an urgent matter that requires your attention. We received a distress signal from the Republic's starship Karida, and we suspect it's plague-related.
Relay me the pertinent details.
The distress call only reported a Jedi had gone insane and turned on the crew. Of particular interest, the Jedi in question is Lorana Fane, Master Duras Fane's daughter. Fane is on his way back to Tython, but I've asked him to join us over Holo. I thought he should be kept informed.
I should hope so, Sile. Being a Jedi doesn't stop me from caring about my own daughter.
I may gain insight into this plague from Lorana.
Any discovery about Vivicar or how the plague is spread could be vital. You will dock in the ship's forward section, where Lieutenant Bella Wynn and her men have managed to find safety. Find Lorana Fane, shield her if you can, and see what you can learn. Go with care.
Hold your fire, men! Hold your fire! It's the Jedi the Council sent. Sorry, Jedi. We're all a little on edge.
I understand. You have every right to be on edge.
Thanks. We've contained Lorana, but I don't know what to do. She was a great passenger at first. Happy, smart, interested in the ship. But then we were hit by an Imperial ambush. Lorana fought them off. Almost died from her wounds. After a day or so, she started talking strange and then the slaughter.
What was she saying that seemed odd?
Always the same thing. Darkness. The darkness is coming. But wait, that started later. After the ambush, we put out a call for medical assistance, and a Jedi Master answered. He healed her right up. He was odd, though. Had these horrible scars he kept covering. Never said his name. You know, Lorana was different after he left.
Other Jedi are suffering from a similar illness. He could have given it to her.
I don't think so. He healed her. She's as strong as ever. Stronger, even. It was a struggle, but we managed to trap her in the aft section. If I can just...
Lieutenant Wynn, Lorana's slicing into the Karida systems. She's taking over the whole ship. She'll start shutting down life support soon.
No! Jedi, please! You're the only one who stands a chance of stopping her! Do whatever you have to. Just don't let Lorana kill any more of my men!
Maybe Lorana would listen to a fellow Jedi.
Thank you. I'll release the lockdown for a moment to let you in, but I won't risk Lorana getting out. There's a comm device back there. Contact me when you've taken care of her, and I'll release the lockdown again so you can leave. Good luck.
Rest assured, I have every intention of staying out of trouble. Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
What have we here? A little engineer poking around where he shouldn't. I wonder what this button does. Oh, was that the airlock? Silly me. Bye-bye, little engineer.
You're Duras Fane's daughter, Lorana?
Lorana Fane? Why, yes, that's me. How did you guess? The ship is nearly under my control. Isn't it wonderful? The darkness is coming, but it won't take me.
Lord Vivicar has taken control of your mind. You must resist.
Lord Vivicar, the nice man who healed me, he warned me about you. But you're not going to kill me, Jedi. I won't let you.
Just as I programmed.
I won't let the darkness take me. Go away or I'll open the airlock. I'd rather die than be taken.
You don't want to release the airlock. You want to come to me.
I want to come to you. I won't release the airlock. Take my lightsaber. Please don't let me hurt anyone else.
This won't take long.
What did you do? You look so weak. But Lord Vivicar's voice is gone. The voice in my head. How did you do it?
A shielding ritual. That blocks Vivicar's influence. The same ritual that saved your father.
But it's taken a lot out of you. And the difference for me, it's like night and day. I just can't believe I let that monster make me do those terrible things. I'm sorry. I'm going to lock myself in the brig until we reach a port. I don't trust myself.
Lorana, my child, my Jedi. So, you have robbed me of a most promising student. As if that will delay the inevitable. You Jedi are an endless source of amusement.
We meet at last, Plague Master.
You know nothing of me, but I know all about your order. Once, I served the Jedi Council blindly, as you do. There is no emotion, only peace. I believed, but the teachings of the Dark Lord Tarek Morridge showed me the error of my ways. Thousands of years ago, Morridge's hatred nearly crushed the Jedi. That is true power.
The hunger for increasing power becomes an endless spiral.
Is that why you persist in using that worthless shielding technique? You know how the originator of that technique died, don't you? He sacrificed too much of himself and perished nameless. Everyone I have ever touched could fall to this plague. You cannot shield them all.
What if I used my shielding technique on you?
My power is already beyond your comprehension, and every moment makes me stronger. You are too late. I've already won.
I've restored Lorana Fane to the light. She's in the brig and won't cause any harm.
Are you sure, Jedi? I mean, she killed a lot of my people.
You're perfectly safe.
I trust you. You saved our lives, and if Lorana's in the brig, she should be secure there. I'll report back to Master CO immediately. You should do the same. Once we get the ship back under control, we'll set a course for Coruscant. Thank you for everything, Jedi.
I've just received Bellowin's report. I'm so glad Lorana Fane is shielded and well.
Thank you for my daughter's life. I have to go to her.
Did you manage to learn anything more about Lord Vivicar, the Plague Master?
He claimed that he was once a member of our order.
I'm listening. So this scarred man who healed Lorana Fane is Lord Vivicar. Amazing work, Jedi. Still no leads on how to find him, but we do know more about his plague.
Hopefully we can put that information to good use.
Unfortunately, we now have the chance. 2 more Jedi Masters have now gone silent. In their last transmissions, both Masters said, "The darkness is coming." One Master was on Alderaan, the second on Tatooine. You must go to these worlds and investigate, quickly.
I will do everything in my power to help.
Thank you. I know you will. May the Force be with you on Tatooine and Alderaan. Good luck.